died, they sacrificed, they were disfigured for the rest of their lives, and that's why it should matter to everybody when people do this.
But I just want to make sure, Greg, your beef with him is that he lied about, he didn't correct the record or lied about his service. You're saying something different. He didn't choose to go. He got deployed. The orders were given. He didn't say, give me an a la carte menu.
He said he was in Iraq.
No, but Katie, you're saying he went to Europe and he was also helping in Afghanistan, but he was assigned to Europe. If he had been assigned to Iraq, I think he would have gone. I don't hear anybody saying
he was assigned. He was.
But that unit was deployed to Iraq and he left.
But previously
abandoned his.
But previously.
Ooh, things are getting hot. Things are getting spicy. The oven's on 350. Wait, it's on 450. Uh-oh.
Abandoned his troops.
J.R. Salzman.
Shout out to the beautiful people around the world, my brothers and sisters that have common sense. We are sick of the lies. We're sick of it, man. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Shame on them, man. And I tell you, it's a huge difference. A huge, huge difference. But boy, we knew all this was going to hit the fan. Exposing it light left and right. The truth must shine in the light. We've been saying that for a long time. Grandma used to say it back in the day. Mom and Daddy used to say, what's ever done in the dark, it's going to come to the light. You reap what you sow. Boy, you just can't make this stuff up that is hitting the fan, man. You cannot make this stuff up, you guys. You know, I mean, before we get into it, I want to send my love to the ones that made the ultimate sacrifice. You know, whether you had to pull the trigger or not, no matter what your position was, you know, active duty, this doesn't matter, man. Just, we salute to all our veterans. We salute to all our first responders, our law enforcement, you know. We salute all the ones who made the ultimate sacrifice, man. And the ones that are still right now, there's tons watching this video probably, because I talk to you guys on a daily basis that suffer with anxiety, suicidal thoughts, depression, PTSD, you know. But there's something big happening around this Kamala's VP. Oh, Tampon Tim. No, Tim, I don't want your tampon. You about to get that out of here. You know, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want it, brother. That's common sense. I don't need it. All right. Maybe she needed, he needed. I don't need it though, Tim. I don't want it now. Okay. And again, we got love for everybody, man. We love everybody. I don't care if you this, that, trans. I don't care. But can we get back to common sense? All this far gone extreme stuff, we got, man, all this woke lunatic stuff. As you can see, everything woke has turned to, let's be real. Can we make common sense great again? Sorry, I'm on a little rant, y'all. I'm just feeling real good today. You know, I ain't had no moonshine in my system. Nothing. I've been fasting all for the last couple of hours. I've been fasting. I ain't ate nothing in about 2 or 3 days. So I'm rocking and rolling. I'm feeling good. Them cholesterol levels is low. Them sodium levels is low. I'm feeling good, man. And I hope y'all are feeling good. I hope you're blessed, well, and healthy, man. But this fella is facing some oh man. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it. But stolen. Ooh-wee. You know? And a lot of veterans are coming out and speaking about this fella. This is not, I'm telling you. So let's go and jump in. This is going to get good. Yeah, I knew it was y'all dragged JD through the mud for being a family man. So let's go and get into it. And you drag JD for saying this, for saying that, for doing that. And then he came out, defended himself, set the record straight. So let's see how this thing plays out for old Tampon Tim. But tampons in the little kids' restroom, little boys' restroom. Man, what times am I living in? I don't know what times I'm living in. I really don't know. I mean, man. Them little boys walking and say, "What is this?" What is this? Yo, hey, can you take a joke? That's what's wrong with our society now and what we're living in now. Everybody can't take a joke. It's emotions over facts. Sorry.
As VP is already embroiled in a growing scandal over his military service. Tim Walz is facing some serious accusations of bailing on his unit before being deployed to Iraq and stealing valor when he falsely claimed that he carried weapons in combat. Watch this.
I've been voting for common sense legislation that protects the Second Amendment, but we can do background checks. We can do CDC research. We can make sure we don't have reciprocal carry among states, and we can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at.
Even liberal.
Oh, buddy. I mean, live on air. You can't make this up.
CNN couldn't bail out Walz on that phony claim.
There is a difference between being in a combat area, being involved at a time of war, and actually being in a position where people are shooting at you. There is no evidence that at any time Governor Walz was in a position of being shot at, and some of his language could easily be seen to suggest that he was. So that is absolutely false when he said that about gun rights out there.
But the most damning accusation is that Kamala's VP went AWOLs. Records show Tim Walz had retired right before his battalion was mobilized and deployed to Iraq. But a 2005 statement from his website shows that Walz knew he had a duty to go and broke that promise. He said at the time, quote, "As Command Sergeant Major, I have a responsibility not only to ready my battalion for Iraq, but also to serve if called on." All right, I'll start with the gun. He claims that...
Bro, look at them sitting at the table, man. You look at Greg. Look at Greg, cool ass. You can't make this up, man. Look at Jesse. Jesse is ready to fire off like a rocket. Oh, Harold. Harold, what is in that cup you're sipping, Harold? We can't wait for you to say something, Harold. Oh, boy. Let's have some fun, y'all. Let's see what they're talking about.
All right, I'll start with the gun. He claims that he carried a gun in war when he was never in war and never saw active combat. What do you think, Jesse?
I respect this guy's service. He did 24 years, so that's fine.
Yes, okay. I thought Jesse was, I'm laughing, y'all, because I thought Jesse was just going to shut it off. But again, like I say, salute to our man, salute. We have so many amazing people on the channel that I've talked to, people that have actually, you feel me? And I've gotten to hear some stories that I cannot repeat on camera. I've got to hear experiences that I cannot repeat on camera. Again, I talk to a lot of people that suffer with depression, anxiety, PTSD, suicidal thoughts every single day. They've shared to me what they've been through, what they've seen, And again, I cannot repeat that stuff on camera. I would most definitely get in trouble, and it's very, very graphic. And salute to, salute and love to anyone that's watching this video that made that ultimate sacrifice. We love you. We thank you. Thank you for your service. We take that very, very personal, very, very serious on this channel. Simple as that.
But if I served in a non-combat role, I wouldn't want anybody thinking I did. And I would go out of my way to snuff out any misreporting about me serving in combat. But he didn't do that. He not only didn't beat down those rumors, because he was in Italy guarding bases, okay. But he went out of his way to say he carried weapons. So that is a dishonorable thing to do. It shows deep insecurity, and it shows naked opportunism. And then he lied about his rank. And in the military, rank is paramount. It's kind of all you have. And people take that very seriously.
Sure do.
And for him to say that, you know what, I made the decision to not go on this deployment, before I knew I was going to be deployed. Remember back after 9/11, Judge, they were talking about going into Iraq right after 9/11. We were talking about in 2002, the midterms were about going to Iraq.
Right.
2003, we were in Iraq. This is 2005. If
right.
you are a reservist, you know you're going at that point.
Right.
And to say, I didn't know in the timeline, he is a liar. And people take this very seriously in the veteran community.
The truth is that Walz says he earned the rank of Command Sergeant Major, which is the highest enlisted rank, Greg. But he served as Command Sergeant Major, but he didn't stay in that role long enough to keep that title when he retired. So he lied about that. I mean, that is an out-and-out lie. And it matters to a lot of people.
Yeah, it does. A lot of people may be ambivalent about this because they're not in the military. But it cares to the people who are in the military. They do care about this. So you have to respect that opinion. I like that he said he would ban the very weapons that he carried in war, which means no weapons, so I can go and get a tank. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's really easy not to say you were in war. I mean, I'll be at the beach, okay? People will come up to me and they'll go, "Thank you for your service," because I'm wearing a camo Speedo. And I go, look, I'm a civilian. I'm always quick to add, I'm a civilian, and then they go on their way. But the reason why it's like people in the military care is because almost all the cases of stolen valor are in the military. It's not like Jesse's going around Midtown telling everybody he's in, the Navy SEALs, at least anymore. But it would be like, if you don't, let me put it this way. If you think it doesn't matter, imagine somebody claiming to take credit for your work. And you go to a bar to meet your other friends at happy hour, and you go, "You wouldn't believe this. This guy Jesse steals my work all the time." And then your friends go, "Oh, that's no big deal, dude. It's just what..." They don't care because it's not their work. So you have to understand that the stolen valor is particularly important to the people that are in that world. So as small as these items might be, they're not small to the people in that world.
Right. And in that world, for you to say the weapons that I carried, in war, I mean, the guy went to Italy. That was not a combat zone, Harold. I mean, how does this guy,
Harold.
He's a governor, he was a congressperson, how does this guy who accepted the running for VP not think this kind of stuff is going to come up?
Well, he ran for Congress a few times, and I think this came up. And when he ran for governor, this came up. And voters, whatever happened, voters reconciled themselves with it. Now, I don't disagree with the main point here. He needs to clean this up, explain it. I don't think it was anything nefarious. That's just my thought on it. I think
Harold.
both Senator Vance and Governor Walz are the only two veterans on the ticket. This time they both should be recognized and celebrated and give gratitude for what they did for our country. But I hope he cleans this up and fully explains it.
The difference between
Harold.
Vance and Walz is that Vance was actually in Iraq. The Vance took it to Iraq. This guy was too scared to take it to Iraq.
I wouldn't go there.
Well,
I would, and the men in his battalion would also.
I know, the difference is Vance didn't lie. It doesn't. The service doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even though he did 24 years. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that he lied.
And actually, it is against the federal law to lie about your military service in certain situations. I mean, Congress and America takes this very seriously.
Okay, as an American, if you understand the sacrifice of the military and what people were voluntarily signing up to go do in Iraq and Afghanistan in 2005, 2006, after 9/11. This should enrage you. You should be demanding answers, and there should be a thorough explanation. He did run for Congress on this, and he continued to lie about the theaters of war that he said that he served in. Inside Walz's unit, which he did not deploy to Iraq with, J.R. Salzman, who was in the unit, lost his arm. There are big sacrifices that were made in 2005, 2006 in Iraq. A member of his unit was killed there.
Right.
You have a number of people now trying to fight this in the media is doing. It's not even the campaign doing it by going after J.D. Vance's service and saying, well, he was a Marine, but he was only a public affairs officer. Well, in 2005 and 2006 and throughout many other years of the war, what were Marine officers in public affairs doing? They were escorting journalists around cities like Ramadi. And U.S. Marine Major Megan McClung was killed in 2006 escorting journalists in Ramadi. So maybe they should just take a step back, not try to game out who did what, and ask the vice presidential candidate for the Democrats to explain why he used a lie of saying that he was in war, carrying guns in war, said he was deployed to these places when he didn't go, for political gain, not just now, but throughout his career. And it matters because people died, they sacrificed, they were disfigured for the rest of their lives, and that's why it should matter to everybody when people do this.
But I just want to make sure, Greg, your beef with him is that he lied about, he didn't correct the record or lied about his service. You're saying something different. He didn't choose to go. He got deployed. The orders were given. He didn't say, give me an a la carte menu.
He said he was in Iraq.
No, but Katie, you're saying he went to Europe and he was also helping.
It's getting hot.
In Afghanistan, but he was there, assigned to Europe. If he had been assigned to Iraq, I think he would have gone. I don't hear anybody saying
he was assigned.
He was.
But that unit was deployed to Iraq and he left.
But previously,
he abandoned his troops.
Shut up, Harold. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. This is why people are going to stop watching The Five if y'all keep this up. They checked that man quick, didn't he? They checked that man quick and look at you. You see the way Jesse gave him that side eye?
J.R. Salzman was in his unit and was deployed to Iraq and got blown up and lost his arm. Go to his Twitter feed, see his photos of him in Iraq. That's where he was.
And I've never criticized J.D. Vance for what he did and how he did it. He should be applauded for that.
Click here.
And I tell y'all, I love that J.D. Vance fellow, man. Every single day, I'm starting to love J.D. Vance more and more, man. I don't know if it's just me, y'all. I think a lot of people feel the exact same way. And the way he's been hitting it with the media, I mean, with the reporters out in the public, not afraid, has a spine, 10 toes down, starting to love that fella more and more every single day. And he wasn't even in our top 5 for VP picks. So man, boy, more lies, man, from this side, more lies, another scandal. It just never stops, man. But like I tell y'all, the truth must shine in the light, man, for the good and for the bad, And it's all going to come down to, common sense, man. And again, we are not against a candidate; we're against a machine. And you see how they're hidden and adding new parts to broken parts on this machine. The machine completely shut off. When Trump had that debate with Biden, and they had to eventually get the machine back working again. So we got rid of Biden. So I just want everybody to understand what's really going on here. But I want you to think for yourself, do your own research, and a lot of people that do their own research and think for themselves, you can see they have common sense. You have common sense of what's actually taking place here. And a lot of this stuff that's happening now doesn't surprise people. They're not surprised at all. But we knew a lot of this stuff was going to hit the fan. So. But hey, let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life. This thing is getting very interesting every single day. One hell of a year it's been, man. A very, very entertaining election, as we see. Hopefully we can, this lady agrees on all 3 debates. But they're saying now she's only agreeing on to do the the one on the 10th. But we do need all three debates: Fox News, ABC, and NBC, whatever, you know, all these the woke side, you know. And Trump's willing to go on all three. He's willing to do all three, you know, and even give her an extra one with the woke media. So it's a win-win. I don't know why she wouldn't accept that. You know, but again, as we've seen her in the public and the word salads and everything. I would be terrified too to go against Trump in a debate. I don't know. But hey, what do y'all think? Comment down below. God bless you all and your families. I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.